This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Utes will have it first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Utes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the single back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Spins away from the defender. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's inside the 10. Oh, better look out. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for room. It's Marshall. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the part of the season. Now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. He turns that loose down the right side. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
From the red zone, it's Marshall. On the spin move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Smashes through the tackle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw it again. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Utes are in the hurry-up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. just this side of midfield. The defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. On the move, it's Stanley. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw catches plenty to give him a 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Utah. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Formation trying to spring a guy free. Now on the counter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Utah 14, Michigan 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. If he is tough to block with one guy, you might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the right side. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear.
Let's go!
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Clemson is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets the program back significantly. They're trailing by 21 to Georgia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're
got a lot of running room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 27.
That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Handoff to the single running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Returns ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lions. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Stanley. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on 1st down from the 28. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Shaw. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Trying to find his man on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anymore. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They're going to test the right side with this one. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan. In other schools around the country, Slippery Road 45, Tiffin University 35.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. If you want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Michigan! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 15 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Woo, boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there?
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Line getting set on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time it's complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Utah! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. It's Marshall. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Utah 31, Michigan 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He caught it! Touchdown, Wolverines! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Card. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Goes to the option. Now the toss.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down.
Timeout, Michigan.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. With the catch, it's all. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. This quarterback's part of their running game. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got a man. It's Stanley. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Stanley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now well within striking distances, that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Utes want to move quickly.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 50. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Wyoming. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now Don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Stanley. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shaw. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man quickly. Stopped after making the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center-quarterback exchange.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.